Crying, she signed the divorce papers, destroyed the pregnancy test, and walked away. The courtroom felt cold, sterile, and final. And with each signature, a piece of her hope seemed to crumble. She had loved him once, believed in their dreams together. But betrayal had a way of twisting love into something unrecognizable. Leaving behind the shattered remnants of her marriage, she stepped out into the gray afternoon, the weight of loss pressing down on her like a relentless tide. For the first few years, she buried herself in work, moving from city to city, trying to outrun memories that clung stubbornly to her. Nights were the hardest. Quiet hours stretched endlessly, echoing with imagined conversations and regrets she would never speak aloud. Friends tried to comfort her, but there was a wall she could not break down, a vulnerability she feared revealing. She poured her emotions into journals, painting them in words no one else would ever read. Each entry a small act of survival. Gradually, she found solace in the simple routines of life. Morning runs along tree-lined streets, weekends in quiet cafes with a book, and learning to cook meals that felt like tiny celebrations of herself. Slowly, she began to notice her own laughter returning, tentative but real. She met new people, built friendships that were genuine and gentle, and discovered hobbies she had abandoned in the chaos of her marriage. In these moments, she realized she was more resilient than she had ever believed. 6 years later, she returned to the city where it all began, drawn by an inexplicable need for closure. Walking past familiar streets, memories surged but no longer weighed her down. They were like old photographs, faded but valuable for the lessons they held. It was in a small bookstore that she encountered him, entirely unexpected, standing among the shelves she had frequented as a young wife. There was a pause, a heartbeat where the past and present collided. But instead of anger or longing, she felt a strange calm. He spoke first, hesitant, awkwardly apologetic. She listened, seeing the years etched on his face, understanding the ways life had changed them both. Their conversation wandered through the ordinary and the profound, laughter blending with sighs, until she realized she no longer carried the same emptiness she had once felt. She had grown, and the pain that had once defined her was now a part of her strength. Walking away from the bookstore, she felt lighter, her steps echoing a freedom she had not known was possible. Life had offered her a second chance, not with him, but with herself. The lessons of love, loss, and resilience had carved out a space where she could finally breathe, fully present and unafraid. And somewhere deep inside, she knew that the story she had once mourned had transformed into the life she was always meant to live.